stumbled on this quote from Dom Toretto himself. Here's the quote. Let me see if I can find it. It says, "It doesn't matter what's under a hood. The only thing that matters is who's behind the wheel." Jamal Murray is the driver of the vehicle, but Jokic is the engine. The engine is the foundation of the vehicle. But Murray, he's the one that drives the vehicle. So whenever Murray is playing well, the Nuggets are going to win most of the time. But when he doesn't play well and Jokic is by himself having to carry everything, it's not going to end well. That's why I use that analogy. Play the song with your heart. Play the song with your heart. At one time. What is good, YouTube? This is your boy Aaron.
Brian.
And this is the Courtside View Podcast. And we're back today. And we are reacting to Game 1 and 2 of the NBA Finals. And then we're also going to be talking about some NFL later down the road as well. Because OTA, this is the funniest time of the year for the NFL because there's a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors, no footage, so it makes things a lot better.
Or they show practice footage.
Yeah, they
think they know everything that's going on.
They show one clip of a quarterback, Bryce Young, like throwing the football. Oh my God, did you see that throw from him? He's already, oh my God, he's getting all the first team reps. Sam Darnold getting first team reps. It's just a bunch of nonsense. It's hilarious. But let's get to
save it for training camp, please.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Let's get down to business. Let's get to the NBA Finals. Heat versus Nuggets. Game 1 and Game 2. We haven't talked about it yet, but let's recap it. It's Tuesday right now. The game starts tomorrow on Wednesday. So Game 1 happens, and after that game, I'm not gonna lie, I was very I was concerned about the Miami Heat because they didn't have an answer for the Nuggets attack. They didn't have an answer for the dynamic duo of Murray and Jokic. There was this saying. Dom Toretto said this on Fast 8 in the beginning of the movie. He said, matter of fact, before I get to Dom Toretto, it was on, I think it was ESPN or something. They talked about the engine and the driver. They said, I think they said Jokic is the engine, but Murray is the driver. And so that got me thinking. And I was watching, I was marathoning Fast and Furious. And then I stumbled on this quote from Dom Toretto himself. Here's the quote. Let me see if I can find it. It says, "It doesn't matter what's under a hood. The only thing that matters is who's behind the wheel." So what that means is that it doesn't matter how great your engine is. What matters is who is driving the vehicle. So why am I saying that? I'm saying that because Jamal Murray is the driver of the vehicle, but Jokic is the engine. The engine is the foundation of the vehicle. But Murray, he's the one that drives the vehicle. So whenever Murray is playing well, the Nuggets are going to win most of the time. But when he doesn't play well and Jokic is by himself having to carry everything, it's not going to end well. That's why I use that analogy. So, shout out to Dom Toretto. Family at his best. He always has those great quotes. But yeah, that's really, I would say, how we could look at the series. Because Game 1, Murray played well. He was sensational. Oh, my gosh. He outscored Jimmy Butler. He outscored a bunch of players on the Heat. I think he may have outscored Jimmy Butler and Bam. No, he didn't. No, he didn't, because Bam, he had a really good game. He had a really good game. So, but he played really well. And Jokic, he didn't have to do too much from a scoring perspective. He was assisting the basketball, and that's what he wants to do. You don't want Jokic to have to carry the load, and he doesn't pass the basketball. That's not what the Nuggets – that's not what – Denver wants to do. They want Jokic wants to get everybody involved. They hit their shots and everything, and Jamal Murray gets cooking. Game 2 happens, and here's the thing. The Nuggets were in control of the first 3 quarters. Miami was doing a really good job, I would say, in the second half, but the Nuggets were able to throw a counterpunch. They were able to still negate everything that the Heat was throwing at him. But then that fourth quarter game, and Duncan Robinson came up huge. Started hitting shots, driving to the basket, getting to the foul line. And that's when the Heat started to gain momentum. Kyle Lowry got fouled at the three-point line, was able to get three-pointers.
KCP sold so hard.
KCP, Michael Porter Jr. sold as well. Defensively, was terrible.
Players did nothing.
And Jimmy Butler, although, yes, Jimmy Butler, he didn't have a great scoring night. He had like 20. I think he may have like 21 points or something. But he hit timely shots when he needed them the most. He hit 3 shots. Hit 1 shot. It was a 3. I think it was contested by Gordon, which very tough shot to make. He had a mid-range shot, I think it was, and he had another mid-range shot with 2 minutes remaining, and that was huge because it sort of stopped the Nuggets' run a little bit, even though they were still kind of scoring a little bit. But if he doesn't hit that shot, maybe instead of Murray going for a 3, he goes for a 2 instead. So big shot down the stretch with 2 minutes remaining, and they implemented the zone in the fourth quarter, and it really disrupted the Nuggets' offense in general. Now, down the stretch, it seemed like they figured it out. That's why Spo doesn't try to use it too much, because Spo knows that you can't use a zone for too long, because this is the NBA Finals. Nikola Jokic is one of the smartest basketball players. Jamal Murray is a great player. You're not going to be able to use the zone for too long against this talented bunch. So that's why when you saw the Nuggets go on a run, Murray and Jokic, they finally figured it out. And I wonder how Spo is going to adjust the next game, Game 3. When will he implement the zone? Will he implement the zone at all? Because when he started implementing the zone, that's when they were able to sort of get like a double-digit lead. But then when he kept it too long, the Nuggets were able to find a way to sort of get back in the game. And they were down like, I would say, double digits with like maybe 3 minutes remaining, and they were able to like get it close.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pass it on to you. What was your reaction to the game? I said a lot, but what is your reaction to the game?
Game 1, honestly, was kind of disappointed. I was expecting a little more finals type feel. I ain't really get that, but Game 2 definitely scratched that itch that I have for NBA Finals level hoops. And frankly, in Game 2, Spo just outcoached Mike Malone. And,
Big facts.
And the Nuggets role players, it just didn't seem like they showed like Mike Malone said after the game, the effort. Like from the tip off, I was like, they aren't playing like they have the momentum and they're the home team, because the Heat was up like 10-2 in the beginning of the game. Yeah, the Nuggets brought it back, but still, and no, they was up. They got up like double digits. The Nuggets got back up double digits, like in probably the third quarter, and they blew it. They let the lead go. Michael Porter Jr. was terrible. KCP he couldn't hit shots, and then he was fouling on the other end. It was just Jamal Murray, he ain't really do too much.
To the end.
Yeah, to the end. It was just too little too late.
Pretty much. And I think got to credit to Miami when it came to defending Murray, because they fronted him a lot. They blitzed him a lot. So that really sort of made him very uncomfortable. It wasn't until like late in the game where he finally figured out the zone and whatever and get into a spot that he was able to sort of get it going a little bit. And that's what makes Denver dangerous, is that you can't take any time off when you're playing against them, because they can come back and score 5-6 baskets anytime that they want. And they're just a smart basketball team. I will say that Miami, from an offensive perspective, one thing I noticed about them is that they were just a step ahead this game. Like, I just noticed it, like from cutting. The plays that they ran, it really confused the Nuggets players. Like I would see Christian Brown, he would get lost. Michael Porter Jr. would get lost. And it was always a 3-point guy wide open, a Gabe
Yep,
Vincent, a
I was
Duncan
just about to
Robinson.
bring that up. Too many open threes.
Yes, and that really hurt the Nuggets, and that's why Mike Malone, you see him take all these timeouts because the players were getting confused. Miami did a really good job. I thought Jimmy Butler, I thought the guys, when they had the ball in their hands, they were able to dribble, drive, and then dish it out to the three-point shooter at a great rate. Denver, they also turned the ball over, I think, maybe 14 times. They didn't shoot the ball particularly well. Miami, I hate to say, I know it's a cliche, it's make it mislead. And the Miami Heat, they shot the ball. I think they made like 48% of the shots. I think they made about like maybe 14 threes or something around that range. So they were really
I think they
efficient.
shot 49%.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, like 48, 49% from the field, 48, 49% from three. So they were very efficient. That fourth quarter, though, they really did a good job defensively, and they were able to sort of get a big lead, and Denver wasn't able to have enough juice to get back in the game. So, game 3, chess moves. What is Mike Malone going to do? Are his role players going to show up?
Before we get to game 3 possibilities, I know you probably seen it, the theory or the whole, you got to make Jokic a scorer to win. I'm like,
that's too simplistic.
I'm like, you fool. That's like saying you got to make LeBron a scorer to win. That's not how basketball works.
That's such a simplistic mindset. There's more to it than that.
Exactly. Like, that's like saying, just let LeBron score 40 and you going to win. No, that's stupid. The reason why Jokic only had 4 assists is because dudes wasn't hitting shots.
Mm-hmm.
People get so, like, obviously, if the role players aren't showing up and Jokic ain't getting assists, they're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't understand that's such a small sample. Yes, okay. Oh, look at the Nuggets record when Jokic doesn't get 10 assists versus when he does. This is the Russell Westbrook triple-double argument all over again.
Yeah.
No way. When role players play better, they win more games. I can't believe it.
Right.
That's the silliest thing, man. That's how you know people aren't aren't knowledgeable about hoops. They just read
Analytics.
This is why you can't debate with NBA Twitter people. They don't know nothing about no basketball.
So, this whole argument about Jokic turning him into a scorer, it's such a simplistic mindset. It's more to it than just that. You have to sort of make sure that the role players aren't going off. And, okay, let's say Jokic, they made him a scorer. But what if Murray is scoring as well? That's a problem.
Yeah.
Like my whole Jamal Murray's the driver, Jokic is the engine. When you have the engine and the driver functioning well, it's going to be very hard for you to beat them. That's the thing. Now the role players, when they're going off, it makes it even harder.
Yeah.
But those two guys right there, if Murray is going off and Jokic is going off as well, I don't give a damn if you say, this record when Jokic doesn't have this many assists. It doesn't matter because Murray is cooking. You're screwed. So that's why it's more to it than just, make him a scorer. The role players, you have to make sure that they stay at bay. KCP looked like the Lakers KCP. I was like, that's the KCP I know. Not versus the Lakers. No, that's the KCP I know. Michael Porter Jr. was looking lackadaisical out there. I was like, that's the Michael Porter I remember these past few years. That's the guy that was getting exposed on defense. I remember that Michael Porter. So what the Miami Heat did was pretty much show that these players that been playing out of their mind in these playoffs, they still have some of those same sort of tendencies that have been following them their careers. And so, will they do it again? It's a possibility.
I'll tell you what, though. If they don't split on the road, it's over for the Nuggets.
What? It's over?
They have to win a
Wow.
game on the road. How else? If they don't split the next 2 games,
They have home court.
they lost at home court. So that advantage is out the window.
Well, okay. Let's say they don't win on the road at all. So they're down 3-1. They still have game 5. All right, you win game 5. Just win one game on the road. That's all they have to do. That's all they have to do is win one game on the road.
I mean, he did almost blow a 3-0 to the Celtics.
It's that simple. All the Nuggets have to do is win one road game.
Preferably, you would want to win it in either 3 or 4.
Right. But all they have to do is win one road game. Think about that. I know that's such a simple way of thinking, but it's the truth. Just look at the stat. Look at the analytics. The Nuggets have 4. Yeah, they have 4 home games to the Miami Heat's 3. All they have to do is win one. You have to win 4 games in order to win a championship. All the Nuggets have to do is win one road game and just not let Miami beat them at home again. That's all they have to do. Now, I get it. It's not the easiest thing to do, but that's all they have to do at the end of the day. Will they split? Do you think they split?
Yes.
Do you think they win game 3?
4.
No. 4? Wow. Why you think that?
First home game back in the finals. Well, real home game in the arena with the finals. I think that we may see a Caleb Martin resurgence, and he just might go off again. Mm-hmm. And then the game 4 is like, okay, the Nuggets going we need to lock in for real and get something so we can go back home and be even going back home. Mm-hmm. And then probably win game 5 or something like that.
Do you think the whole Tyler Hero situation, if he's able to play, do you let him play game 3?
No.
What about game 4?
Possibly.
What minutes would you sacrifice for Tyler Hero minutes? Who would you sort of...
What position does Strus play? He played forward? Was he a guard?
I think he's a guard forward. So would you take some Strus minutes away? He hasn't been the greatest.
That or Caleb Martin, because he hasn't really been producing as much.
That is true. But he does get some steals for you. He does do some things on defense. But
I'm not Eric Spoelstra, so
I don't know if I would. I don't know. Originally, I would say Duncan Robinson, but he's been hooping. Yeah, he's been hooping. So I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ride the wave a little bit more. But yeah, I'm just hearing the report about Tyler Hero and I think it's wrist and still being sore. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he'll be able for game 3.
So I guess it is his shooting hand.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if he'll be able for game 3. I highly doubt it. I think maybe game 4 is a possibility. If you look at the scheduling, they got a decent. Yeah, they got a little distance. Yeah. They get some time off.
But it's funny though because game 1 was Thursday, I believe. Mm-hmm. Then they didn't play until Sunday, but game 3 then they play tomorrow, which is Wednesday.
Yep.
But then they play again Friday. Mm-hmm. So why was there a 3-day gap between 1 and 2, but it's only a 2-day gap between 3 and 4?
I don't know. That's weird.
Then it's going to be like another 3-day gap between game 4 and 5.
Yeah, because game 3's tomorrow. Then you have game 4 Friday, and then game 5 is Monday.
Yeah, Monday. Yeah.
Then game 6 is Thursday, so that's on the 15th. And then game 7. No. Wait. I'm tripping. Wait, what's this? Oh, that's probably NBA draft. There's probably NBA draft. Yeah, game 7 is on the 18th. So game 6 is 15th. Game 7 is 18th. So
only one game. It's only one game with a 2-day gap. That's
weird. Mm-hmm. And that's with Miami home game. So yeah, that's weird. I don't get it. Scheduling problem. I don't know. But going in,
I don't think it gets to 7, but anyway.
I think it does.
Really?
I think it does. The way that this is looking, I wasn't a believer at first. But Miami, there's something about Miami. There's something in the air that just makes me believe that they can get this to 7. Now, can they win? I picked Denver before, so I'm not going to go away from my pick. But man, I think this is a good series. I think this is gonna be a great series. I think this is gonna go 7. I predicted, I think 6 at first. I think this might go 7. It looks like it.
I'm still sticking by Denver in 6.
I,
Better dudes theory. I'm sticking by it.
every
Until
round,
it gets proved wrong, I'm gonna stick by it.
every round they've been underdogs. Every round, people doubted them. They just keep proving people wrong. Every single round. I didn't think they could
Not
win
this
game
round.
2. I didn't think they could win game 2. They won game 2. Now they're going back home. Splitting game. It's game 2. 1-1.
Maybe Denver needed that home loss to really wake something up, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been
'Cause
feeling themselves.
They haven't lost a home game that Jokic played in since March 12th. That's
Been
nearly
invincible.
3 months.
Lakers couldn't get one. You couldn't get one on the road. Like, we had an opportunity. You couldn't get one. Anywho.
They
Yeah.
got enough dog.
I guess
And
so.
Darvin Ham ain't as good as a coach as Spo.
Yeah, Spo is amazing. He reminds me of like one of those great NFL coaches where they, you know how like NFL coaches will throw like different looks at at teams, whatever. Like whenever, I don't know, a Giants team or a Baltimore Ravens, they'll throw like different looks at Tom
The
Brady at
freaking
times.
Broncos team,
Yeah,
2015.
that's what it reminds me of. Yeah, Spo's playing chess. Best coach in the NBA by far. So yeah, that'll do it. I think they're gonna split. I think game 3 for me before we sort of close this segment. I probably have. You said Miami.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Denver. I'm gonna go Denver game 3. I think Miami gets game 4.
Okay.
That's how I look at it. So, all right. So
Let's
see.
say hypothetically the Nuggets go down 3-1.
Mhm.
All the viewers, I want you to go to your nearest casino, your FanDuel apps, DraftKey. I
Mhm.
want you to put everything on the Nuggets if they go down 3-1. I'm talking everything.
Mm.
Your house, your car, your kids' graduations, funds. I want you to put all of it on the Nuggets if they go down 3-1. I doubt it happens, but
Yeah.
trust me on this one.
Mm. Okay, so the Suns hired Frank Vogel as their new head coach. Now, my initial reaction,
I like it.
I was laughing my ass off because Frank Vogel, his last year with the Lakers, I get it, he was dealt a bad hand, but the lineups he put out there were some of the most egregious lineups I've ever seen. He kept playing DeAndre Jordan all those minutes. He lost the locker room. I remember it vividly. I'm a Laker fan. I remember it. He lost the locker room. And so now he's going to the Phoenix Suns with that chaos. DeAndre Ayton, that drama. How is he going to get the best out of DeAndre Ayton? Chris Paul, he's aging. You know how much of a handful he could be. How's he going to deal with that? You know Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. Now, Kevin Durant, he just wants to hoop. But Devin Booker, he's his own man as well. How's he going to handle all those personalities? I'm just saying, Frank, and he's not the greatest when it comes to offensive game planning and stuff. And he's a great defensive mind. But without the pieces, what is he going to do? Because you saw with the Lakers, when they went to those old guys, trash. DeAndre Jordan,
Y'all did make
trash.
the playoffs.
No, well, I'm saying when we got rid of those guys, because Phoenix is going to have a similar sort of defensive, bad defense as them when it comes to the Lakers. Because the Lakers, we got rid of all the defensive guys. Got rid of KCP, got rid of Austin, what's his name? Caruso. Man, Alex Caruso. Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, we got rid of all those guys. Rondo. And we were awful defensively. He couldn't pull anything out of his hat. And so you go to Phoenix, awful defensive team. When his calling card is defense, what is he going to do? How is he going to fix this? What is he going to do differently than Monty Williams. Because Monty Williams, I get it, the criticism. People think, oh, he's soft and everything. What do you think Frank Vogel is? You think he's just this enforcer? He's this guy that's going to demand excellence. That's not him. That's not him. He's soft spoken.
Did you see the staff he's hiring though? He's hiring some good dudes.
Who he hiring?
I think they hired somebody from, I want to say the Heat staff. They hiring they bringing in different people. From what I've heard, fans and everyone was saying these are good hires that they bringing along for his staff.
Okay, well he don't have the dudes. He need to have the dudes because that defense, when he didn't have the dudes, he was pretty bad.
You think they could possibly trade Ayton and
How? They gave up all their picks for Kevin Durant. They don't have no depth. Chris Paul is coming back. You know that contract. How? What are they?
Are they going to trade him?
Yeah. Who wants that contract?
You'd be surprised.
Please. They must. What picks?
You think they're going to have to give picks in order?
Yes.
Wow.
Did you not see DeAndre Ayton last season?
True.
Well,
I mean, some people may be willing to take a flyer. I don't know.
this man getting paid, what is it, $120-something million. Look what he did in the playoffs.
I thought it was 160.
Whatever it is, he got paid a lot of money. Did you not see him in the playoffs? How bad he was? The effort? That man quit. We saw it front TV live. That man quit on his team. He quit on Monty Williams. He probably want Monty Williams fired. He was mad at Monty Williams. Them two was beefing.
Probably.
He probably did that shit on purpose because he wanted Monty Williams out of there. And congratulations. But guess what? Monty Williams got his bag, though.
He went to the Pistons?
Yeah, he went to the Pistons. And guess what? Another 5-year contract. So who's winning? My man Monty Williams winning. But yeah, man, that contract, he don't got no dog. You called him soft.
He is.
Who wants that on their team? You're going to have to give up some picks. Might have to give up a player. Because that's one of the worst contracts in the NBA. By far. Like, name me another player with the worst contract. Name me another player. There's Tobias Harris. There's DeAndre Ayton. There's
Do not forget Bradley Steele.
Bradley Beal. Who else?
Jordan Poole.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was the recent one. Jordan Poole. I mean, he's in that group. Those are hard to trade. The Russell Westbrook contract, we, by the hand of God, was able to trade that contract to upgrade the team. But we had to give up a pick. The Phoenix Suns going to have to give up multiple picks. Because that contract's not expiring. He has like 3 years left on the deal. 3-4 years left on the deal. Good luck, Phoenix. Oh, I love when other teams in the Western Conference make dumb decisions. They should have just let him go. But no, because we went to we were the number 1 seed, but he didn't want to be there anymore. And
How you gonna feel when they knock out the Lakers in the playoffs next year?
With what team? Who do they have besides an old Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, old Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton that doesn't want to even be there? Who do they have? Patience. All right, bro. Well,
you're not a believer.
A few years ago, when they went to the finals, I remember there was this conversation of, oh, the Suns are going to run the Western Conference for the next few years. How's that looking now?
Blame Luka. Luka was the reason why that didn't come to fruition.
Anywho, I just think, slow your roll, slow down. This is not a good hire. It's not a great hire. I'm sorry. He needs guys. He needs dudes in order to be effective. And how are you going to get the dudes?
Maybe coaching in LA is just toxic. You got too much media attention. You can't focus on the game.
How do you do in Orlando?
Well, yeah. Orlando's a dumpster fire.
Oh, a dumpster fire. But why couldn't it work? He was there for like 2 years. Why couldn't he improve the team?
It's Orlando.
Oh, it's Orlando. Okay. All right.
It's hard to improve that team on 2K.
Okay.
Imagine in real life. You kidding me?
Okay. Whatever. Yeah, let's go to next topic. So Kyrie Irving, there was a report Kyrie Irving tried to recruit LeBron James to the Mavericks. Your reaction?
A bunch of baloney. Actually, he might have actually tried, but he probably didn't realize that LeBron can't be.
Mm-hmm.
It's not possible.
I think Kyrie, if that is true,
That's hilarious.
you're a funny guy. Either this is sort of a negotiation tactic for Kyrie and the Mavericks or something like that. Maybe he's putting pressure on the Mavericks. Maybe LeBron is putting pressure on the Lakers to get Kyrie. But Kyrie Irving, he's not going to the Mavericks. Just stop it. He's not pulling a KD. Even if it was possible, he's not pulling a KD. He's not following Kyrie Irving. LeBron James is not following Kyrie Irving. No, Kyrie Irving is following LeBron. That's how it works. LeBron James is not a follower.
I don't think Kyrie wants to play in LA.
Okay, I don't want him to come to LA.
Oh.
I don't. Why? We're just doing the Russell Westbrook thing all over again, where we're decimating the roster to try to make another big three. When the guard you bring in, one, has injury concerns, two, half the time you don't even play because it's not even injuries. It's something off the court. Three, he doesn't defend. Four, he just brings drama. I would rather build on the depth, bring in some of the guys that we already had from the trade deadline, and try to grow with them. Do that. There's potential in the guys that we already brought in. Keep doing that. Stay young. That way, regular season LeBron, he doesn't have to play 38, 40 minutes. He can rely on these young guys who can play those minutes for him. So he'll be fresh in the playoffs. You bring in Kyrie, I guarantee you, LA Hospital, Bron, AD, Kyrie going to be in there for 20 games out of the year. Don't do it. Don't make the same mistake, Rob Pelinka. Don't cave in to LeBron. LeBron, listen. Argument can be made that it was Rob Pelinka's fault that Russell Westbrook was a Laker. It wasn't LeBron. I think Rob Pelinka was the one that sort of came to LeBron and said, hey, LeBron, we can get Russ. How you feel about trying to get Russ? And LeBron co-signed on it. So, all in all, it probably was Rob Pelinka's fault. But at the end of the day, LeBron co-signed it. Don't make the same mistake. You learn from your mistake. You literally turned around the season because of that two trades. The Roy trade, which was fantastic. That was a heist in itself. And then the trade with Vanderbilt, D'Lo, Beasley, getting quality depth, getting young guys.
That couldn't play in the playoffs.
Well, they did win a few games in the playoffs. It was just the Nuggets series that those guys were ineffective. But still, regular season, we relied on those guys. They played pretty well in the regular season. Playoffs, they came through in some games. So they were still reliable. Don't make the same mistake. Continue to grow. There's potential there. Now, do I want D'Angelo Russell back? It depends on the price. If he's going to ask for a lot, then no, but
you know he is.
Then he can kick rocks.
Delusional.
He can kick rocks. Bye-bye. Go to I don't know what team, Orlando or something. But yeah, don't make the same mistake. Just don't. I just want to talk about that a little bit. So
I want to talk about it.
What?
Last year, I came on this podcast and denounced this team, this NBA team, the Washington Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
And now I must say, Ted Leonsis, you have been doing some stuff that I like, as far as front office wise. You hired the guy from the Clippers. I can't remember his name. Then we made the GM one of Sam Presti's right-hand men, which is also a great hire. So you know what? Keep it up. Keep it up, Ted Leonsis.
Still not back?
We're on our our way. We're on our way.
You're on your way.
Not next year. We're not gonna be back. But after the years coming after that, I'm excited. I can finally be excited for Wizards basketball.
I think all you're gonna do is just jinx the team again. I think the problem with the team, the organization, was that you were a fan.
Oh, stop!
Because
they still stunk when I wasn't watching the game.
You see now they're starting to make some smart moves. The minute you left, but then you went to the Bucks and then it just folded in the playoffs. Like, it's just a jinx. You're just a walking jinx.
Whatever. If that was the case,
it's that Cowboys.
The Cowboys would have done nothing in the offseason.
It's the Cowboys. It's the Cowboy syndrome, man. It just spreads. It's like a disease, like a virus. But yeah, I think that'll do it on this episode of the Courtside View podcast. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the notification bell. Follow the socials as well because we post a lot of stuff on Instagram. Also, check out the live streams as well because we be live streaming games. Sure, I might live stream boxing games or UFC games. You never know. So
boxing games, UFC, you gonna give them
matches?
The wrong idea.
yeah. I don't play UFC on PlayStation. So yeah, boxing matches, UFC matches. You never know. I might do that one day. So check that out as well. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Look, cold world, still a cold world. And a couple of y'all is cool, but we a little more thorough. Whole time, a little more girls. You know I spit that sick shit and it's still no cure.